Moving over, Makkal Nidhi Mayam Kamal Hassan has now demanded release of a convict in ex-Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi's assassination case. Kamal lent support to an ongoing social media campaign started by A.G. Perarivalan, one of the 7 convicts there in the assassination. In a tweet, Kamal Hassan said that Arputam Ammal, the mother of Perarivalan, has knocked on all the doors of the world to rescue her son. He continued, and I quote, "When are we going to wipe away the 30-year-old tears of Arputam Ammal, who spent every minute of hers to get her son Perarivalan released?" Several celebrities and activists have also now lent their support to the campaign seeking release of the convict. In fact, the ruling DMK and the opposition AIADMK too have been demanding the convict's release. In February this year, AIADMK government made a recommendation to the state governor for the release of the 7 convicts. In fact, the governor passed the matter to President Kovind, who is yet to decide on the convicts' release. Now, rift in Rajasthan Congress escalates as Sachin Pilot camp claims that their phones are being tapped. The allegations made by the MLA Ved Prakash Solanki has now churned out fresh political drama within the state, as the opposition BJP has now cornered the Gehlot government seeking an explanation on the phone tapping charges. Meanwhile, Congress top brass is trying to resolve the dissent between Pilot and Gehlot. Sources have also said that party president Sonia Gandhi is actively looking into the matter to resolve differences between Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. India Today learns that Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is likely to meet with MIFT Pilot today to address his concerns, while Congress leader Ajay Makam has now said that a cabinet expansion is indeed on the cards. According to sources, 4 to 5 MLAs of the Pilot camp will be given ministerial berth. Some MLAs will also be given posts within the party. Sources also reveal that after reconciliation, party wants Sachin Pilot to enter into central politics.
कुछ लोगों ने कहा है, हमारे विधायक साथियों ने भी कहा है, उधर के जो विधायक साथी हैं तो उन्होंने भी ये चीज़ कही है कि फोन टेपिंग हो रहे हैं अधिकारियों को किसी भी तरह पे उच्च अधिकारियों द्वारा या आदि से नीचे वाले अधिकारियों को भी ऐसा हो रहा है, उनको डराने धमकाने जैसी बात सामने आई है।
सीधी फोन टैपिंग और इस तरीके की मैं जो समझ पाया कि अशोक गहलोत जी की फितरत में भी है और उनकी सरकार में भी है। जब वो अपने व्यक्तियों को नहीं बख्शते हैं तो स्वाभाविक तौर पर राजनीतिक प्रतिद्वंदियों के खिलाफ या ऐसे जो संगठन जो उनकी टारगेट पे होते हैं वो अपने भाषणों में भी व्यक्त करते हैं और अपने एक्शन में भी करते हैं। और इसमें मुझे लगता नहीं है कि कहीं किसी किस्म की पार्टी की भीतरी राजनीति है। स्वाभाविक तौर पर कांग्रेस का मैं ये मानता हूँ जिस तरीके की राजनीति ये लोग करते हैं उसी का हिस्सा है।
Now shifting focus to West Bengal, after Mukul Roy's Ghar Wapsi, speculations are now rife that more TMC turncoats will follow suit. This comes after BJP leader Rajiv Banerjee held a meeting with TMC State Secretary Kunal Ghosh on Saturday. But Rajiv Banerjee, however, denied speculations of returning to the TMC's fold, saying that he's still with the BJP and it was just a courtesy meet with Kunal Ghosh. Rajiv had openly revolted against Bengal BJP unit after he slammed Suvendu Adhikari's demand of a precedence rule in West Bengal. He, along with Mukul Roy and Shamik Bhattacharya, had also skipped a key meeting of the party chaired by the state unit chief Dilip Ghosh just a few days ago.
What exactly transpired today? And no, it is nothing. It is just a courtesy visit with one of my friend come brother. So I have visited his house. And just it's a courtesy visit, nothing else.
You have mentioned in your Facebook message that you have certain reservations about your own party. Have you been able to air it?
What I have mentioned in my Facebook, definitely it is my Facebook. So that reservation is there.
Can we say Rajiv Banerjee is firmly in the BJP right now?
Sorry?
You're firmly with the BJP? Any plans of switching?
Yeah, till now I am with BJP. There is no doubt about it.
The fact that you are meeting Kunal Ghosh today?
No, this is only a courtesy visit, nothing else.
And what do you have to say about Mukul Roy's entry into the Trinamool once again?
That is his own decision, so he can take his own decision. So till now I have not taken any decision.
And we have Kunal Ghosh with us. Kunal, just tell us, what is kind of meeting that took place today? So much of speculation.
Absolutely courtesy visit. Rajiv came here to meet his relative and then made a call whether I am in my office or not. I said yes, I am here, so he can.
Is there any other political
I
possibility?
have no comment.
एक आध लोगों को कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा तो जा सकते, उनका पर्सनल प्रॉब्लम है, पार्टी का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
20 से 25 एमएलए जो हैं जाने के फिराक में, वो कल खुद कह रहे थे।
हाँ, ये तो पहले से भी कहानी सुन रहे हैं हम, 5 साल से एमपी जा रहे हैं, एमएलए जा रहे हैं, उल्टा आ गया 50 एमएलए। इसलिए समझें, बीजेपी ऐसी पार्टी नहीं कि कोई भी आएगा कोई भी चला जाएगा। एक आध लोग आएंगे, जरूर जाएंगे, इससे पार्टी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है।
Now, as COVID cases continue the downward trend in the national capital, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has announced more relaxations from curbs. As per the new guidelines now, all markets and malls will be open between 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. from tomorrow. Restaurants and public places will be allowed to run with 50% capacity. Public transport can ply with half the seating capacity, and only 2 passengers are allowed in auto rickshaws and taxis. However, this is being permitted for 1 week on a trial basis. If cases do increase, then the government might impose stricter restrictions. He further announced that social, political and religious gatherings have been prohibited. Weddings will not be allowed in public places like banquet halls or hotels. It will be permitted only in closed spaces with not more than 20 people. Spas, gyms, yoga institutes, parks and gardens will remain closed for public to break the chain of the virus.
कल 5 बजे के बाद से सारी एक्टिविटीज़ अलाउड हैं, एक्सेप्ट कुछ एक्टिविटीज़ हैं जो बिल्कुल प्रोहिबिटेड हैं, वो बिल्कुल अलाउड नहीं है, और कुछ एक्टिविटीज़ हैं जो रिस्ट्रिक्टेड तरीके से अलाउड हैं। सारे स्कूल बंद रहेंगे, कॉलेज बंद रहेंगे, एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस बंद रहेंगे, कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूशंस बंद रहेंगे। सोशल, पॉलिटिकल, स्पोर्ट्स, एंटरटेनमेंट, एकेडमिक, कल्चरल, रिलीजियस, फेस्टिवल, इससे रिलेटेड जितनी गैदरिंग्स हैं, कोई भी गैदरिंग अलाउड नहीं होगी। स्विमिंग पूल बंद रहेंगे, स्टेडियम बंद रहेंगे, स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स बंद रहेंगे, सिनेमा, थिएटर, मल्टीप्लेक्स बंद रहेंगे, एंटरटेनमेंट पार्क्स, अम्यूज़मेंट पार्क्स, वाटर पार्क्स बंद रहेंगे, बैंक्वेट हॉल्स, ऑडिटोरियम्स, असेंबली हॉल्स बंद रहेंगे, बिजनेस टू बिजनेस एग्जीबिशंस, स्पाज, जिम्नेजियम, योगा इंस्टीट्यूट्स बंद रहेंगे, और पब्लिक पार्क्स और गार्डन्स बंद रहेंगे। ये प्रोहिबिटेड एक्टिविटीज़ हैं, ये बिल्कुल पूरी तरह से बंद हैं।
Now, private hospital operators are calling for review of the government's new vaccine procurement policy, claiming that the high vaccine prices set for private sector and a cap on service charge will make it unviable for them. Milind Sharma with this report.
This first drive-through vaccination center in Delhi was inaugurated to vaccinate Delhi's population. But after the union government capped vaccine prices in private hospitals, this drive-through center is being shut down by the hospital.
जो नई प्राइस कैपिंग आई है, उसके कारण ये हमारे लिए थोड़ा अनवायबल हो गया है, जबकि पिछले 15 दिन से हमने इसको लगातार चलाया और हम इसको और भी चलाना चाहते थे, लेकिन अभी फिलहाल हमें इसको बंद करना पड़ेगा।
Fortis Healthcare has also issued a similar statement seeking a review of the government's new policy on price cap for private facilities. It said, and I quote, "We would urge the vaccine prices for private sector be reviewed. Unfortunately, the cap of service charge at 150 rupees will not cover additional costs incurred for off-site vaccination camps. We urge the government to consider a higher charge for off-site camps to enable expanded coverage." The government has capped the prices of Serum Institute of India's Covishield at private COVID vaccination centers at 780 rupees per dose. It capped the prices of Bharat Biotech's Covaxin at 1,410 rupees per dose and Russia's Sputnik V at 1,145 rupees per dose. It's also said that private hospitals cannot charge more than 150 rupees for administering a dose. Healthcare industry bodies say the centre should procure all the vaccines.
We urge Prime Minister to procure 100% vaccine from the manufacturers and provide 50% vaccines to the private sector. AHPI, for example, have 11,000 hospitals, many of which are located in tier 3 towns. They will be able to provide vaccines to the people and overcome the hesitancy.
This would help even small private hospitals to procure doses to vaccinate in small towns as well as rural India.
The central government has made it very much clear that 75% of the COVID-19 vaccine will be made available to the government sector and rest 25% will be made available to the private hospitals. Yet the government has made it clear, but there is no official channel from where the smaller hospitals can procure the COVID-19 vaccine.
Healthcare body sources have said that it seems private hospital concerns have been completely ignored in the new policy. And the Union Health Ministry has told states that strict action needs to be taken against those that are overcharging for vaccines. While we have conveniently forgotten, for several weeks, it was the private hospitals that were procuring higher doses from the central government to vaccinate at least those who could afford to get inoculated in the country, while states miserably failed to procure these doses. In New Delhi with Sneha Modani, this is Milan Sharma for India Today.
Now, medical workers in India are facing an uphill task to expand the inoculation drive and also to combat vaccine hesitancy in remote areas. Medical teams in Jammu and Kashmir particularly are trekking more than 6 hours on foot to vaccinate people. Let's take a look at this special report.
As India races against time to inoculate its population from COVID, medical teams sometimes have to overcome difficult terrain to reach some of the remotest parts of the country. And where vehicles can't ply, warriors ride ponies to reach these far-flung areas. In Liderwat, in Pahalgam, medical teams have to trek more than 6 hours on foot or on ponies to reach the nomadic and shepherd tribes in the mountains.
इनको अवेयरनेस भी नहीं होती है और ये ऐसे एरियाज़ में रहते हैं जो कि बहुत हार्ड टू रीच है, जहाँ घोड़ों पे जाना पड़ता है, कहीं पैदल चलना पड़ता है। हार्डू से हमने मार्च शुरू किया, फिर आधे रास्ते हमने घोड़े भी लिए अपने वैक्सीनेशन टीम को साथ उठा के। तो क्योंकि नीचे जो एरियाज़ है, जो सिटीज़ है, टाउन्स है, वहाँ तो हर कोई पहुँचता है, लेकिन ये एरियाज़ में पहुँचना थोड़ा कठिन भी होता है, लेकिन बहुत ज़रूरी है।
A team of over a dozen healthcare workers in PPE suits carrying medical kits and equipment, including oxygen cylinders, have set up camps in Liderwat. But the real challenge is to convince people to take the jab.
उनसे बात करके उनको मोटिवेट करके हमने इनको कन्विंस कराया, इनको मोबिलाइज कराया. You can say it's a faith building process. Simultaneously हमने फिर उनको वैक्सीनेट कराया. There were hesitancy in the beginning, but alhamdulillah now everybody here at this location is vaccinated.
Muhammad Ashraf is amongst the 200 people who got his first dose of the vaccine.
मगर आज हमें बहुत खुशी की बात है कि यहाँ टीम पहुँची है, हम लोगों का उन्होंने हौसला अफजाई की है, हम हमारे बूढ़ों को और जवानों को वैक्सीन की है, तो हम बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया करते हैं आप लोगों का.
As the country faces the mammoth task of inoculating its 1.3 billion people, our warrior heroes are breaking all barriers, physical or otherwise, to prove that they are the real knights in the shining armor. Bureau Report, India Today.